Okay. All right, so if you will write at the top of your next empty page, if you will write, well, hold on, there we go. If you will write improper fractions, okay, improper fractions. Yeah, the air's definitely on. All of a sudden I can feel it. So yes, it'll be, in like 10 minutes, it'll be really cool in here, which I'm thankful for because I was about to burn out last period. All right, so improper fractions. So improper fractions are simply fractions at the top's bigger than the bottom, okay? Because it doesn't make sense. Like we're going to use 19/3 as our example, and it would make sense to say, hey, come get 19 pieces of candy out of my hand, and I have 3 pieces here, because that's what that's saying is 19 out of 3. And so you want to change it to a mixed number, okay? A mixed number. So a mixed number is like something like 3.5. It's like a number and a fraction together. Okay, sometimes improper fractions can actually be whole numbers. Because what if I had 18/3? That would be a whole number. Because what is 18 divided by 3? If I had 18/3, that would be what, Brock?
6 wholes.
6. Yeah, it'd be 6. Okay, but 19/3 is not a whole number because we know the 3 doesn't go into 19 easily. So we're going to put number 1, and I'm going to show you the first way to do this. We're going to do a couple of them, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the second way. There are 2 different ways, and it's just kind of up to you whichever one you think is easier for you, that's the one you can do. Okay, so 19/3. So this is the first way to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to think about what is the closest number to 19 that 3 goes into evenly, and it has to be under 19. Okay, the closest number that 3 goes into evenly, and it's got to be under 19. Eva? 18. So we're going to put 18/3. Okay, so all I did was just say what's the closest thing that it goes into, 18. So we're going to put 18/3. Okay, but we have 19/3. So we still need another third to go with it. Okay, so all we did was rename this. Because we knew that it goes into 18 evenly, but we still need the 1/3 to go with it because we need a total of 19/3. Okay, we know that 18/3 is a whole number. Okay, what is the whole number that is 18/3? 18 divided by 3. Giancarlo? 6. So we put the 6 there, we bring the 1/3 down, and so 6 and 1/3 is the mixed number that is 19/3. Okay, so that's the first way to do it. So let's go to your whiteboard and let's do a couple this way. And then we'll come back to your composition book and we'll put the second way. Okay, so we're going to do a couple this way. And of course they're like doing the line. Usually they do that right in the middle of a test or something, and it's like, seriously?
Oh, no, yeah. In the middle of a test.
Okay, so let's do 37. 37. So remember, the first thing we want to do is think about what's the closest thing to 30 that 7 goes into evenly, and it's got to be under 30. Okay, it's got to be under 30. We can't go over. Giancarlo?
6.
The number closest to 30 that 7 goes into evenly.
Oh. 5? No.
No, you're,
Closest.
yeah.
Oh, close. So 7. Okay. 28.
28. So we're going to put 28 sevenths. And then Giancarlo, this is 30 sevenths. So how many more sevenths do I need? Since this was 30 and I have 28.
2 7s.
2. I still need 2 sevenths. Okay, now all we do is change the 28 sevenths to the whole number that it is, put the fraction with it, and we have our mixed number. So Grace? 4 and 2 sevenths. Okay, let's try another one this way. Again, we'll try a couple of each, so that way you kind of get to practice it a little bit, and then we'll just see which one you like better. Okay, let's do 38 fifths. 38 fifths. So again, first thing we need to do is think of what's the closest number that 5 goes into evenly. What's the closest thing to 38, but it's got to be under, it can't be over 38. Hunter?
35.
Right, so 35 fifths, and how many fifths do I still need with it, Hunter? I need 3 fifths with it. Okay, now all I do is give the whole number that is 35 fifths and put the 3 fifths with it. Kira? 7 and 3 fifths. Okay, this next one, we're going to have one more thing with it, and it's something we talked about last week. So see if you remember this. So we're going to do 50 eighths, 50 eighths. So it'll be the closest thing to 50 that 8 would go into evenly, staying under 50. Pat? gotta be under 50.
Sorry, I need
48. So we're gonna have 48 eighths. So Hattie, how much do I still need with it?
48.
Since that was a 50. 2 eighths. Okay, now this time, look what happens. This is really 6, and we bring the 2 eighths down, but we're not done, because remember, we can't leave a fraction not in simplest form. So we still need to reduce that. We need to divide both the top and bottom by 2 to reduce that fraction that goes with it. And so, Kara, what would we get for our final answer? 6 and 1/4. Okay, so if you have a fraction that's not all the way down, you gotta get it down. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the next one is gonna be like that. We're gonna have a fraction that needs to be reduced once we get the answer. So let's look at, let's see, let's do 26 fourths. 26 fourths. So what would be our first, thing? Ellen, say it again.
24.
Yes. Well, what's the closest I can get to 26?
Oh,
Because you can go up one more time. Did you say 20?
yeah.
Okay, I can't. Hold on. I just hit enough thing on my remote. Hold on. With the mask and then the combination of the mower or whatever that is, it's like hard. 24, yes. So we're gonna have 24 fourths, and then how much do I still need since this was 26?
Oh, wait, but we got it.
Hold on, this is 24, this is 26. So I still need,
Oh, 2.
right, okay? And then remember, I already told you this is gonna be an answer that's gonna need to be reduced once we get the first mixed number. So Cooper, what would we get?
The final or first?
The first,
6 and 2/4.
right, and then finally,
8.
yeah,
6 and 1/2.
6 and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so that's number 1 way. So let's go back to your composition book, and we're gonna put way number 2. And then we'll do a couple of way number 2, and then you can choose which one you like better. And sometimes you might think it's easier to do a certain problem one way and a certain problem the other way, which is fine. You could do on your homework some one way and some the other way. And just also so you know, you have study hall first period tomorrow morning, so you should not need to do your math homework tonight because you have study hall first. All right, so let's put number 2. So we're on your composition book. We're still doing 19 thirds. We're just going to do it a different way. Okay, so I'm just going to put 19 thirds. You don't need to rewrite it because you already have it there, but this is way number 2. So we know that 19 thirds means 19 divided by 3. So we're going to write that division problem, 3 into 19. Okay, so we're just rewriting it as that's actually one way to write division, and this is just another way to write division. So let's put 3 into 19. So how many times can 3 go into 19? Kira?
Sorry. 3 times? No, wait. 6 times.
6 times. Okay, and that's 18, so how much is left over?
1.
So my 1 goes here, and my divisor goes underneath it, 6 and 1/3. Okay, same answer as the first time, totally different way to do it. Okay, so all you do is do the division, put the remainder on top, put the divisor on bottom, done. Unless it needs to be reduced, which it doesn't. Okay, so let's go to your whiteboard and try some this way. And again, whichever one you like better, that's the one you can use. But let's do a couple this way and then we'll see. Okay, what about, let's do 38. 38. So we're going to put 8 into 30. Okay, so how many times can 8 go into 30? How many times can 8 go into 30? Hattie? Right, but now we're just doing division. So we're doing the new way. So just tell me 8 times, what would be the closest I could get going into 30? 8 times what?
8 times 5.
8 times 5 is 40.
I'm sorry, please.
How many times can 8 go into 30? Eva?
3.
3, which is 24. Okay, 24. So how much do I still have left if this was 30?
6.
6. So my 6 goes here, my 8 goes here. Okay, now, it's not finished because 6/8 can be reduced because you can divide 6 and 8 both by 2. And so, Sarah Grace, what was my final answer? 3 and 3/4. Okay, 3 and 3/4. And if you need to come down here and subtract like that, you can. Okay, but hopefully y'all know that the difference between 24 and 30 would be 6. Okay, let's try this one. What about 69/9? Okay, so we're going to put 9 into 69. What's the closest we can get?
60.
Hunter,
I'll be 7.
which is what?
I'll be
9 times 7 is how much?
9 times 7 will be 63.
63.
It'll be way by 6. That means it'll be the remainder will be 6. And then 6 goes on top. It'll be 6 nines.
Right.
And you
Okay, and then that can be reduced because 3 goes into both 6 and into 9. So our final answer would be what, Ellen?
7 and 2/3.
7 and 2/3.
Yay!
7 and 2/3. All right, let's try another one.
Okay.
Okay, what about, let's do 37 sevenths. So we're gonna put 7 into 37. Okay, 7 into 37. So see how many times it goes in, see what the remainder will be, and then remember the remainder goes on the top part of the fraction, the divisor comes underneath it, and that's our answer. So what would we get for 37 sevenths as a mixed number, Carson?
5 and 2 sevenths.
5 and 2 sevenths.
Yay.
Okay, so 5, we know that's 35, 2 left over, put the 2 on top, the 7 on the bottom, 5 and 2 sevenths. Okay, now I'm going to give you some, and you can pick if you want to do the first way we did it, if you want to do the second way we did it. You can choose. Okay, it doesn't matter. You're going to get the same answer either way. So you pick what you do. Okay, so let's do 40 sevenths. 40 sevenths. Okay, so you can do it the first way, or you can do it the second way, where you think about what's the closest thing that 7 goes into and do it that way, or you can just do the division problem, 7 into 40, put the remainder on top and the divisor on bottom. So what would we get for 40 sevenths? Brock.
7 and 5 sevenths.
What?
Wait, how many times does 7 go into 40?
Oh, okay. It goes into 5 times.
Okay, with how much left over?
5.
Uh-huh. So it'd be what?
So it'll be 5 and 5 sevenths.
5 and 5 sevenths, yes.
I'm messing up.
Yeah, he had that written down,
I
you
know,
just
I
said,
just said
yeah, you
seven.
just said the opposite, I figured that's what you did. Okay, let's look at 75 ninths. So again, you can do it this way if you want to, you can do it the other way, it's up to you. So 75 ninths. Kira, what'd you get?
8 and 3/8.
This is gonna be the divisor. Okay, again, remember so you're gonna put how many times it goes in, then there's gonna be a fraction, the remainder's here, this is going here. So the bottom is, we know it's gonna be a 9, because this is going here.
Sorry. It'd be 8 and 3/9.
It'd be 8 and 3/9, okay? But that's not all the way done yet, because we can divide the top and bottom of 3/9, both by 3, 8 and 1/3. Yes, Hattie, question. No, you can't go above. You have to stand. This is an 80 to 75. You can't go above 75. You have to stand.
Remember when everyone would do
Yeah, you have to stand right. That's why you can't subtract. That's why, because you have to stand right. Okay, let's do another one. And again, you can pick which way you do it. Let's do 18 thirds. 18 thirds. So Grace.
6.
6. Okay, what's 24/6? Okay, so remember, improper fractions can also be whole numbers. Giancarlo. 4. Okay, what's 55 elevenths? 55 elevenths. Richard. 5. Okay, so don't forget, they can simply be whole numbers too, okay? They can simply be whole numbers. We just practice the mixed numbers more because they're obviously, they take more practice than, I mean, if you know your facts, you should be able to do the whole number ones. Okay, so you're gonna practice this some more by doing a game with it. So let me